Hello everyone, I am Kajal and today we are going to discuss the 10th class students new chapter. We are going to discuss the second chapter, chromosomes, structure of chromosomes, cell cycle and cell division. So we will discuss about this chapter. This is your first chapter of the second term. What do you mean by the structure of chromosomes, cell cycle and cell division? The whole concept we will discuss in this chapter. Now, firstly, let us begin with the term chromosomes. What do you mean by chromosomes? If we talk about a cell, in a cell, three main parts are there: nucleus part, cytoplasm and the boundary of the cell, means the outer layer of the cell. And in the cytoplasm, the nucleus part is present, and in the nucleus there are the number of organelles, living matter also present, that is responsible for the life processes and as well as the metabolic activities. Now in the nucleus content also the chromosomes are present. Chromosomes, now what do you mean by chromosomes? Chromosomes are the firstly, in the beginning, chromosomes are present in the thread-like structures that are known as the chromatin fiber, and that chromatin fiber is present in the nucleus of a cell. Afterward, what is happening, when the cell division starts, this chromatin fiber starts condensing with each other, and with that condensing, the chromatin fibers are start joining with each other, and with the joining they are forming the chromosomes. Chromosomes having the structure of bilobed. Bilobed means they are having the two lobes. I'll show you the structure. The structure of chromosome is like this. Okay, they are having the two chromatids. These are known as the chromatids. So two chromatids are joined with each other at this point, and this point is known as centromere. On the centromere, these chromosomes are attached with each other, and this structure is known as the chromosome. In a single chromosome, the number of genes are present. Now, what do you mean by genes? Genes are known as the hereditary material that are transferring from the parents to the offsprings and are responsible for the number of things like the color of the hair of offspring as well as the color of eyes. So, number of hereditary things we are getting from our parents, and that are coming by the help of genes and the chromosomes that we are getting from our parents. Second thing is that in the chromosomes also the DNAs are present. Here is one diagram of the DNA. This is the DNA. Now what do you mean by DNA? DNA is present in the chromosomes, and that is also having the genes that are responsible for the hereditary transformation and hereditary things. Now DNA is a double helix structure. Double helix means it is having two strands. Okay, and in the DNA the nitrogenous bases are present. Now I will tell you about this thing. Firstly, just listen that DNA is made up of the three things. First, phosphate, sugar and nitrogenous bases. These three things are joining with each other and making the DNAs, and the combination of these three things is known as nucleotides. So these three things are known as the nucleotides. They are joined with each other and forming the DNA. Now phosphate and sugars, these are present on the these are present on the side, means these are making the strands of the DNA. So here in this side, in the strands, which thing is present? Phosphate and sugar. They are present and they are forming the strands, and in between that strands the nitrogenous bases are present. Now there are four types of nitrogenous bases. First is adenine, second one guanine, third thymine, and the fourth one is cytosine. As I said you, there are four types of nitrogenous bases: adenine, thymine, guanine, and cytosine. Fourth one is the cytosine. These four are attached with each other with the hydrogen bonds. Now there are the different type of hydrogen bonds are present in these four nitrogenous bases. First, if we talk about the adenine is attached with the thymine with the three hydrogen bonds. With the two hydrogen bonds. Adenine is attached with the thymine with two hydrogen bond. Afterwards, cytosine and guanine is attached with each other. They are having three hydrogen bond. So by that way, they are showing their bonding. So you can also compare this DNA like a ladder. Okay, letter is having the 2 strands, so the strands of this letter, of DNA letter, is made up of the phosphate and the sugar, and the rungs of this letter are made up of the nitrogenous bases guanine, cytosine, adenine and thymine. They are attached and they are forming this DNA. So hope you understood about the DNA, and in the DNA also the chromosomes are present. Next thing we are going to discuss about the chromatin. Now, what do you mean by chromatin? Chromatin, as I told you, the thread-like structures that are present in the nucleus, and before cell division these are only thread-like structures, and afterward when the cell starts division, cell undergoes cell division, then these thread-like structures start condensing with each other, and with that condensing they are forming the chromosomes. Next thing, molecular of the DNA, structure of DNA, as I have already explained you the molecular structure of DNA. Next thing is that we are going to discuss about the structure of chromosomes. And before starting the structure of chromosome, I will tell you one thing more. This DNA, how these DNAs are present. In a single DNA, the 2 things are present, and this DNA is coiled up with the histones. Histone is a kind of protein that is present in the nucleus, and that is responsible for the packing of this DNA. And for a single DNA, for a one DNA, there are 8 histone proteins are present around it that are responsible to coil up this DNA and is packing this DNA in the nucleus. And in a single nucleus there are number of DNAs, number of chromosomes are present, and these histones are responsible for the coiling and packaging of the DNAs. So next one, now structure of chromosomes. Structure of chromosomes. As I told you, chromosomes are forming with the condensing of the chromatin material that is present in the nucleus. Now, the structure of a chromosome is, the chromosomes are bilobed structure. This is the structure of chromosome. Chromosomes having 2 chromatids. These are also known as sister chromatids. So 2 chromatids are forming the chromosomes, and this chromosome is attached on a point, and this center point is known as the centromere. So at the centromere, this chromosome is attached with each other. It is having 2 chromatids and it is attached on the centromere. Next thing is that whenever the cells undergo the cell division, then what is happening? This is chromosomes is attaching with the spindle fibers. Spindle fibers are the fibers that are forming due to the help of esters. I will explain you this term in the cell division when we will discuss that topic. So the spindle fibers are surrounding it and attaching with the chromatid fibers, and afterward what is happening, that spindle fibers are totally attached with the centromere, and that are responsible for the division of this centromere. This centromere starts splitting from the center, and afterward what is happening, this chromosome is converting into the 2 separate chromatids. Here is the formation of separate chromatids. Okay, and after from these chromatids, again there is the formation of the chromatin material, and afterward again that cell is dividing into the 2 number, and again that process takes place. Afterward the cell become mature, and again the cell division takes place. So by that way these chromosomes works. In these chromosomes also, as I told you, the DNAs are present that are responsible for the hereditary material, the genes are present, and by that by that transfer only the hereditary materials are transferring from the parents to the offsprings. Because in the division, what is happening, if we talk about the meiosis process, means reproduction process, these chromosomes are going from the parent to the offspring. The half number of chromosomes are going from each parent. I will tell you how. In a single human being, there are the 46 chromosomes are present. 46 means 23 pairs. Okay, in a single sex cell, there are 23 pair of chromosomes are present, and we are writing it as a 23N, means 23 pairs. Total 46 chromosomes are present. And whenever the cell division takes place, whenever the reproduction takes place, then what is happening in a single offsprings, this 23 chromosomes are coming from each parent. 23 from a male, means from a father, and 23 from a mother, and afterward they are combining and they are giving the formation of a new offspring, and new chromosomes are forming in a offspring, the birth of a baby. So by that way the combination takes place and the birth of a baby takes place. So this was about the chromosomes, and in the chromosomes the genes are present, and genes are known as the hereditary materials as well as are the carriers of the heredity. So this was our topic. Hope you understood. Thank you very much.